Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Crypto Roundup Show. I am your host, Daniel Elving, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, ping the notification bell, like this video, and comment down below. This video is brought to you by Token Metrics. Anyone can use Token Metrics to invest like the experts. We use AI and machine learning to analyze the crypto market and find the few coins likely to gain the most. Tools on the Token Metrics platform include rolling daily ratings and price predictions for over 6,000 coins, daily, weekly, and monthly model crypto portfolios, long and short-term trade indicators, and much more. Think of us as a Bloomberg terminal for the crypto market. Sign up to gain valuable market data and professional analysis today. So what am I talking about today? Well, I'm going to tell you some news you should know, as well as what's going on with the NFTs and Metaverse, and let's begin. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys today was that, as you may have known, 19 million Bitcoin has officially been mined as of April 1st. And so we only have 2 million Bitcoin left to be mined for the next 118 years beyond our lifetimes. And so that's over 90% of the supply that's already been mined. 20% is estimated to have been lost for good, and less than 10% to be mined for the next 118 years. This, as you know, is programmable scarcity, and we can see Bitcoin as having that. And so when we look at this, we can see, according to this person, Kejitol, quote unquote, this may seem like a small number at first glance, but I believe the best days of mining are still ahead of us. And according to Bert, quote unquote, this makes us realize once more how important the work was of Satoshi Nakamoto. And so, as we can see from this chart here, that, the halving occurs every 4 years roughly. So the next halving will occur in 2024. In 10 years time from now, on the sixth halving, the miners will receive less than 1 Bitcoin. So if we're thinking about, of course, Kathy Wood is projecting that one Bitcoin will be worth $1 million by 2030. We will see what it will be by then. But in order for that to happen, 1 Satoshi would be equivalent to 1 cent. There's 100 million Satoshi in 1 Bitcoin. Moving on to our next news, MicroStrategy has bought more Bitcoin. Their subsidiary, MicroStrategy, bought the Bitcoin. So that gives the total for MicroStrategy's holding for Bitcoin 129,218 Bitcoin. So the amount of Bitcoin that was purchased was 4,167 Bitcoin, which was around $190.5 million value at the time. And so according to Mark Palmer, equity research analyst at BTIG, the cash was used to purchase Bitcoin came from the $205 million loan from Silvergate Bank. So MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor's whole thing is he's going to continue to buy Bitcoin and not sell it, and continue to take out loans to buy more Bitcoin. And they will continue to do this. And so this will, continue to accumulate more Bitcoin for them in the long run. We could see also from that Michael Saylor mentioned that, Biden's executive order on with crypto is basically giving the green light to Bitcoin. And so he mentioned this at the Bitcoin conference in Miami. And so the executive order is going to be a very historical moment for this country. So, Michael Saylor has said, quote unquote, if I scan the last 100 years of history and ask, when was the last time the President of the United States directed the government to embrace a new asset class? The answer is never. So Biden telling different U.S. agencies to get educated on Bitcoin and figure out how to get incorporated into the government is a good thing. So, quote unquote, from Kathy Wood, you're seeing the politics around Bitcoin changing radically because it has become the single issue that some people are voting on. And this is becoming bipartisan. I don't want to hear talk about there haven't been much talk, hey, this is going to displace the dollar as a reserve currency of the world. That's very good. We're not hearing that kind of rhetoric here, but I'm sure as the elections evolve, someone will raise that issue, according to Kathy Wood. And so, of course, according to Saylor, I think every crypto exchange, if they're going to remain viable and competitive, they need to build Lightning into their exchange. And according to Kathy Wood, I think we'll see an explosion of developers focusing on the Lightning Network, which of course, is the layer 2 solution for Bitcoin, making it more scalable and cheaper transaction costs. This will be interesting to see how this plays out in the future. Moving on to our next news we have is that Honduras is planning to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender. Portugal is planning to adopt Bitcoin, as well as the Mexican senator wants to adopt Bitcoin and have it legalized tender in Mexico. The island of Roatan in Honduras is planning to operate as legal tender. It will be the island economic free zone, so they want to enable Bitcoin bonds as a way to bring foreign direct investments into the country, as well as giving Bitcoin tax-free status. And so in Portugal, they want to adopt Bitcoin, and the president government of Madeira saying, quote unquote, I believe in the future and I believe in Bitcoin. The government will continue to work to create a fantastic environment for Bitcoin in Madeira. And then the Mexican senator, Indira, wants to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender in Mexico. And she said, quote unquote, we want to sit down with the president to talk about making Bitcoin legal tender in Mexico. Moving on to our next news we have is that American fashion brand Ralph Lauren is going to venture into the metaverse. As I mentioned before, fashion brands, sports, entertainment industry, as well as the food industry is planning to enter the metaverse, and more patents and trademarks are going to be filed to enter into the metaverse. The American fashion brand Ralph Lauren is preparing to enter the metaverse as soon as the company filed 9 trademark applications for Polo, Ralph Lauren, and its Polo player logo with the U.S. patents trademarks. And so they want to offer virtual fashion shows, NFT-backed multimedia, virtual hotels and restaurants, and virtual clothing, footwear, and fragrances. And so several fashion brands, including DKNY, PSG, Chair, Tommy Hilfiger, Saks Fifth Avenue, Coach Levi's, Versace, Brooks Brothers, Hugo Boss, and J. Crew has also filed patents and trademarks to enter the metaverse. And those brands want to offer virtual clothing, footwear, home decor items, NFT, and digital collectives. Moving on to our next news, Starbucks wants to introduce NFTs later this year. So the CEO, Howard Schultz, mentioned that they are planning to enter into NFT markets. This is going to reshape the customers and employees for the company and providing digital innovation through NFTs, non-fungible tokens. And so, according to the CEO, quote unquote, sometime before the end of this year, we are going to be in the NFT business. If you look at the companies, the brands, the celebrities, the influencers that are trying to create a digital NFT platform and business, I can't find one of them that has a treasure trove of assets that Starbucks has, from collectibles to an entire heritage of the company. The company intends to boost its customer satisfaction by enabling them to trace the entire supply chain of their coffee. They're going to deploy the blockchain tool powered by Microsoft Corporation to propel the tracking of coffee from bean to store. And so Starbucks sees this as having a competitive edge in attracting sustainability-minded young consumers by leveraging blockchain technology. Moving on to our next news we have is that Solana NFTs are going live on OpenSea. OpenSea's integration of Solana allows a wide variety of NFTs on the platform. OpenSea raised $300 million at a $13 billion valuation in January. Proponents of Solana believe that it will provide cheaper, faster, more energy-efficient alternative product for being an NFT market utilizing Solana. According to Crypto Slam, Solana saw $173 million in NFT trade volume during March. And so OpenSea posted around $3.4 billion worth of trading volume in March. This will be a good addition to OpenSea. In January, the monthly NFT trading volume reached $4 billion on OpenSea. And the total sales in the NFT market breached $25 billion in 2021. So we'll see continued more, purchases and sales of NFTs going into the future, as well as those entering into the metaverse. So moving on to our last news is that Robinhood is planning to release a crypto wallet to 2 million users, plans integration with the Lightning Network. It's activated its crypto wallet for 2 million eligible customers, making digital asset transfers broadly possible in the Long Firewall Investments app. This will allow users to be able to use a wallet, but keep in mind this is a custodial wallet, so they have access to your private keys. And as the saying goes, not your keys, not your crypto, but lose your keys, lose your crypto. So that's just something to keep in mind. This will be, for the larger community, is a fantastic way to access Bitcoin cheaply and in a green way. So Bitcoin is the top recurring buy on the app. Nearly 10 million Robinhood users swapped coins early last year, and one signed into the crypto application appeal. So Robinhood's almost 3-year-old crypto trading functionality has produced an explosion of revenue last quarter, generating $48 million. And according to the CEO, Vlad, wallets are just the first step we're taking to connect our customers to the broader crypto ecosystem. Basically, we're seeing that there's going to be a $5,000 daily cap on outbound transfers, and newly acquired crypto stays put until the transaction settles. That is all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Crypto Roundup Show.